Hi, my name is Gene Monterastelli, and the video you are about to watch is a recording from the 24 Hours of Tapping, which is an event that is held annually to support the Peaceful Heart Network. If you appreciate or learn anything from this video, the easiest way for you to say thank you is to support the work of the Peaceful Heart Network, who has worked with over 300,000 migrants, immigrants, prisoners, folks in disaster areas by bringing tapping to them. As you watch the video, across the bottom, you will see a link where you can support their amazing work. And I hope you enjoy this conversation. Brad Yates is known internationally for his creative and often humorous use of emotional freedom techniques. Brad is the author of the best-selling children's book, The Wizard's Wish, the co-author of the bestseller, Freedom at Your Fingertips, and is a featured expert in the film The Tapping Solution. He is presented at numerous events, including Jack Canfield's Breakthrough to Success on the teleseminar with secret stars Bob Doyle and Dr. Joe Vitale, and has been heard by an international audience on internet radio talk shows. Brad's YouTube channel has over 1,200 videos and over 54 million views. Please welcome to the 24 Hours of Tapping stage, my friend, Mr. Brad Yates. Hey, brother, how you doing?
Hey, Gene, how are ya?
I'm doing all right.
24 hours in.
Well, no, let's hear. I can give you the exact total.
Exactly.
We are 15 seconds from tipping over into the 24th hour as we navigate our way through this particular thing. And we are officially in the 24th hour.
Okay.
Brad, ask me what the secret of comedy is.
Gene, what is the secret?
Timing. So good
Everybody
to see
start tapping.
That's right. Even though I have
already.
to deal with Gene Monterastelli, I choose to love and accept myself.
I can't imagine a better place to be today.
I thank you very much.
I'm so awesome to have seen you just recently, and introduced my kids to you, and that was
it was very, very excellent. I had a really, really nice time. I started to make the inroads to start becoming a bad influence on both of them. I didn't get all the way there yet, but the inroads were laid. It was so good to see you guys. I really appreciate the fact that you invited me over to join you guys for dinner and to get to meet the kids. That was very, very nice of you, because you know me, and the fact that you still expose your children to me is something that speaks very highly of you or speaks very poorly of you. One of the two. We can figure that one out later.
Well, I did have the extra ticket to the show, and I didn't know who else to call, so
I'm okay being a fill-in. It's okay. Understudy
New Yorker might be available at a moment's notice.
That's right. Awesomeness. So
anyhow, we're here to do some to close out this amazing event in support of the Peaceful Heart Network. Gunil and Ulf doing amazing work around the world. If you have, for everyone here, if you have not donated yet, please do. I commented earlier, I am a monthly supporter. I've been a monthly contributor to Peaceful Heart Network for some time. Also gave another donation today in honor of my dad. As Gene knows, I lost my dad last week. And I was so grateful for the hospice care that made it a peaceful ending. I mean, he was surrounded by all of his kids, his wife, a whole huge family. And for people who support peace and help people through difficult times. And so that's what the Peaceful Heart Network does, is they are bringing peace. You know, Gene and I have done tapping for peace online and stuff like that. We've put it out there online in this way. And these folks are boots on the ground in troubled areas, bringing the benefits of tapping where they can really do so much profound good. So please support them. Gene and I are going to be talking about self-love and self-acceptance. There's two key ways to enhance self-love. One is tapping to clear all the reasons why you couldn't or shouldn't. And two, doing things that you could really love yourself for doing.
Yeah.
Like contributing to really good causes like the Peaceful Heart Network. So there's my plug.
That's awesome. Yeah, and one of my favorite things about this process over the course of 4 years is, you know, watching my fellow practitioners go from being interested to being supporters to being champions. The fact that we're knitting together just a whole cadre of people who just believe in this work. It just, the work becomes more hands, the work becomes easier, and the work goes farther and all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I really like doing when we're working with stuff like this, I'd mentioned this earlier when I was talking to Anne Marie years and years ago. Mary Beth Bonacci, that's who it was. Mary Beth Bonacci wrote a book called "Real Love in a Pizza Love World." And it was a book about relationships for teenagers, and like, because I love pizza and I love my mom, and I love the like we and so as we're I would love to hear from your point of view when you are using the term self-love and self-acceptance. What does that actually mean to you? Because I think it's useful because language is imperfect. And I would love to know, when you're talking about this, what is the thing that is stirring in you, or what is the keystone that this is built, like, what is that like for you?
Yeah. And for me, it's that acknowledgement of how awesome we are at our core.
Hmm.
You know, as a lot of folks know, I have Davids everywhere because
Yep.
Michelangelo said, "The statues are there, perfect inside the marble. All I have to do is chip away what doesn't belong to reveal the masterpiece inside." But it's that acknowledgement that there's already a masterpiece in there. You don't just start chipping away at marble. Michelangelo didn't just go, "Oh, I'm going to just hammer away at a block. I have no idea what might be in there or if anything's in there." It's
Right.
acknowledging that masterpiece is in there. So that self-love and the self-acceptance that even though I'm not perfect, I'm worthy and deserving of love. I'm worthy and deserving of acceptance. And from that place, then I can chip away because I know that masterpiece is already there inside.
Mm.
And then I feel, and some people worry that, well, if I love myself right where I'm at, I won't bother trying to improve anything. It's like, that's crazy talk. If you love yourself, why wouldn't you want the best for yourself?
And as you say that, one of the things that I've been like really thinking a lot about over the course of the last 6 or 9 months is how being of two minds is a good thing. Now, when I'm stuck between two choices, that's really hard. Do I choose A or choose B? Oh, it's hard. I'm of two minds. But that conflict that people encounter when what you're talking about there is, I can be of two minds. I can love myself where I am, and I can strive for better. I can
Yes,
be grateful for what I have, and I can strive for better. And striving for better is not dismissing what I'm grateful for. And being
absolutely.
grateful is not a governor for moving me forward. And so, like like giving myself permission to be very human, to be of two minds, allows me to navigate that exact thing that you're doing, where I can be comfortable inside of my own skin and love this thing where I am, and go, ooh, there's possibility, there's opportunity, there's still things to release, there's all of that. And those things get to coexist.
Yeah. Yeah. You can be motivated by aspiration rather than discontent.
Yeah.
It's this idea of, oh, the only thing that's going to motivate me is if I feel discontent around what I have. At which point, but then when is it enough? When
Yeah.
do I get to feel good about who I am, what I'm doing, what I have, what I weigh, what the bathroom scale says? All these things. It's like, I'll love myself when I'll feel good about it. It's like, no, let's feel good about that now. And in fact, why don't we jump into some tapping?
Awesome. Let's do it.
So everyone, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something, allowing yourself to feel that connection, allowing yourself to feel centered and grounded, allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this time together. And just following your breath through your body, just notice what's going on in there. Notice what you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally. And noticing how your body responds, imagine looking in a full length mirror and say, I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
And let that rattle around inside. And just notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how true that feels. And please do this with as little judgment as possible. I had this quote on my wall from Walt Whitman: be curious, not judgmental. And I know Helena was talking about that as well. And just looking at, oh, this is where I'm at right now. Notice what you feel in your body as you think about this thought. Notice any thoughts, beliefs, or memories that might come up as to why you couldn't or shouldn't love and accept yourself. Again, taking curiosity over judgment. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. And I commented in the thing, as Helena was talking about the opening statement of I love and accept myself and how challenging that is for some folks, which is why I always start with, even though ... I choose to love and accept myself. Because I'm not asserting that I'm already there. I'm also not saying that I'm not there. I might be loving it, but I'm choosing that whether I'm there or not. So it kind of gives a little bit of a buffer there for folks who might find that a jarring statement of I'm not ready to say that I'm there. So even though I might resist loving and accepting myself,
Even though I might resist loving and accepting myself,
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I might have blocks to loving and accepting myself,
Even though I might have blocks to loving and accepting myself,
I choose to love and honor myself anyway.
I choose to love and honor myself anyway.
Even though I might have some resistance around this,
Even though I might have some resistance around this,
because I have all kinds of different thoughts
because of all kinds of different thoughts
and all kinds of different programming
and all kinds of different programming
about why I couldn't or shouldn't love and accept myself.
of why I couldn't and shouldn't love and accept myself.
And even though I have all these reasons,
And even though I have all these reasons,
I choose to deeply and completely
I choose to deeply and completely
love, honor, and accept myself.
love, honor, and accept myself.
And maybe anyone else who contributes to these doubts,
And maybe anyone who contributes to these doubts,
because I choose to be that free.
because I choose to be that free.
All these blocks to loving myself,
All these blocks to loving myself,
all these blocks to accepting myself,
all these blocks to accepting myself,
all this fear that it's not even possible,
all this fear that it's not even possible,
all this belief that it wouldn't even be right.
all this belief that it wouldn't even be right.
Maybe I have guilt and shame about things.
Maybe I have guilt and shame about things.
So how could I possibly love and accept myself?
How could I possibly love and accept myself?
Which begs the question,
Which begs the question,
is limiting my self-love
is limiting my self-love
going to help me behave better?
going to help me to behave better?
For any behavior that I regret,
For any behavior that I regret,
it's a good bet
it's a good bet
that that behavior came from a lack of self-love.
that that behavior came from a lack of self-love.
So maybe loving and accepting myself more
So maybe loving and accepting myself more
would make me more lovable and more acceptable.
would make me more lovable and more acceptable.
I might as well at least play with it.
I might as well at least play with it.
And I'm clearing the reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't.
And I'm clearing the reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't.
All these reasons
All these reasons
why I couldn't or shouldn't love and accept myself.
why I couldn't and shouldn't love and accept myself.
I choose to challenge those ideas.
I choose to challenge those ideas.
I choose to clear them at a cellular level
I choose to clear them at a cellular level
and all the way back through my past,
and all the way back through my past,
back through all the times in my life
back through all the times in my life
where I may have somehow gotten the message
where I may have somehow gotten the message
I wasn't worthy of love,
I wasn't worthy of love.
that it was wrong to love myself,
It was wrong to love myself,
and I should resist doing so.
and I should resist doing so.
Those are misunderstandings,
Those are misunderstandings,
and I choose to clear them.
and I choose to clear them.
And I'm clearing this fear
And I'm clearing this fear
that if I love and accept myself just as I am,
that if I love and accept myself just as I am,
I'll give up.
I will give up.
No point in trying to be better
No point in trying to be better.
if I'm already worthy of love,
If I'm already worthy of love,
right where I'm at.
right where I'm at,
Why improve?
why improve?
And who taught me that that even makes sense?
And who taught me that even makes sense?
When I love someone,
When I love someone,
I want the best for them.
I want the best for them.
Why wouldn't I want the best for myself?
Why wouldn't I want the best for myself?
I choose to acknowledge the possibility
I choose to acknowledge the possibility
that I am worthy and deserving of love and acceptance right now.
that I am worthy and deserving of love and acceptance right now.
And I want things to get better and better
And I want things to get better and better
because I choose to love myself so much.
because I choose to love myself so much.
I want to have the best experience of life.
I want to have the best experience of life.
I want to give that to myself.
I want to give that to myself.
And when I acknowledge that I'm worthy of love,
When I acknowledge I'm loved,
then I feel more worthy of the effort.
then I feel more worthy of the effort.
And I'm clearing the doubts about this.
And I'm clearing the doubts about this.
All these reasons
All these reasons
why I couldn't or shouldn't love and accept myself,
why I couldn't or shouldn't love and accept myself,
including the idea
including the idea
that self-love is arrogant,
that self-love is arrogant,
that it's conceited.
that it's conceited.
Oh, you think you're worthy of love.
Oh, you think you're worthy of love.
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
That's so conceited.
So conceited.
That is such a misunderstanding.
That's such a misunderstanding.
Arrogance and conceit
Arrogance and conceit
is when we say we're better than other people.
is when we say we're better than other people.
And the only reason we would do that
And the only reason we would do that
is because we're doubting that we are.
is because we're doubting that we are.
The more I acknowledge how truly worthy I am of love,
The more I acknowledge how truly worthy of love I am,
the more I see that about others as well.
the more I see that about others as well.
So my self-love
So my self-love
is a win-win situation.
is a win-win situation.
It's far from arrogance.
It's far from arrogance.
I'm saying I'm worthy of love,
I'm saying I'm worthy of love,
and so are you.
and so are you.
And I want other people to understand that.
And I want other people to understand that.
And how can I tell them they're worthy of love
And how can I tell them they're worthy of love
if I deny it about myself?
if I deny it about myself?
And I choose to love and appreciate all these parts of me
And I choose to appreciate and love all these parts of me
that have been so confused
that have been so confused
and have operated from that confusion
and have operated from that confusion
and have deprived myself
and have deprived myself
of greater love and acceptance,
of greater love and acceptance,
believing that that was necessary,
believing that that was necessary,
that it was appropriate.
that it was appropriate.
And I'm clearing that nonsense,
And I'm clearing that nonsense,
allowing myself to recognize the truth.
allowing myself to recognize the truth.
I am worthy and deserving of love and acceptance.
I'm worthy and deserving of love and acceptance.
And part of me already knows that.
And part of me already knows that.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here tapping on my face right now.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here thumping on my face right now.
Part of me knows I'm worthy of this self-care.
Part of me knows I'm worthy of this self-care.
I'm letting more of myself know that.
I'm letting more of myself know that.
I may not be perfect,
I may not be perfect,
but I am awesome.
but I am awesome.
And I choose to love and accept myself
And I choose to love and accept myself
in body, mind, and spirit.
in body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside, look in that mirror and say, I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
Hopefully that feels even more true now. And when we're tapping, it's often like peeling the layers of the onion. So there, as we're going through that, different ideas may have come up and thought, oh, this is why I don't allow myself to love myself. And keeping that stuff in mind and continue tapping on them.
That is the reason why this is the key ingredient to every round of tapping that I do. Is I always have a pen nearby so that as those things come up, I like I I document two things. I document the tail enders that come up, but I also document the phrases that ring true when I do a round of tapping, because if it rings true, then it's probably going to ring true again in the future. So like I every single day track my tail enders and I track my insights. And so my tail enders like start to notice patterns. I go after them. But with my insights, after 4 or 5 days, I now have a new tapping script, which are these phrases that in the midst of something where I'm tapping along with one of your videos or I'm just free tapping or whatever, something that shows up, I jot it down and I jot it down. And over time, I slowly craft the tapping script that my soul needs to hear until it doesn't anymore. And then I move on to something else. But it just becomes this nice little way of, because I'm sure you've had this. Well, I have the circumstance with my clients where I will say something and they'll go, say that again. And I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm just channeling, like I'm just in the moment like you are, and I'm channeling stuff. And I can typically reconstruct it. And anytime I'm in a circumstance where I go, ooh, I need to remember that, the only thing I remember is, ooh, I need to remember something, but I don't remember the thing. And so by capturing them that way, like we're unearthing like this, like if it shows up, it's showing up for a reason. For the thing that there is resistance or the thing that is really resonating deeply. And so I'm capturing those, like I am helping myself to plan the next time I sit down, because I already have there's no such thing as writer's block. There's only lack of research. And so what this is doing is it's giving me a chance to engage with that. So, I love paying attention to the stuff that comes bubbling up when we're doing something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And just, always doing the tapping, because it just clears that stuff. All of those parts of us that don't want us to know what it is. And as you were saying earlier, how beneficial it is to tap with somebody else at times, because our mind brilliantly says, here is the key. We know exactly what the key is.
Yeah.
All the health, wealth, and happiness, but that wouldn't be safe for you. And so we're not going to let you know what
Right.
it is. Absolutely brilliant. So it's like, okay, that's why I love doing group tapping. I just working with a new group yesterday, and I said, I'm not going to be able to work with everyone here, but that's okay, because you may get even more benefit from what someone else is going to say, because they'll say something you won't allow yourself to know.
That's right. And the other thing it also does is, like, we do a better job when we have a point of contrast. What do you want for dinner? I don't know. Do you want Japanese for dinner? No, I want Chinese. Because my mind has something to compare it to. I go, oh no, this is the thing instead. And so you are tapping with someone and you say a phrase that's appropriate for them, and my subconscious mind goes, oh no, it's this instead. Because I'm not trying to, again, I'm like, there's no such thing as writer's block. There's lack of research. And like for me, every time I sit down to write something, I have a list of ideas and whatever, and I might not use them, but I have this jumping off point. And so when I'm tapping with someone else, it's a jumping. I was tapping one time in one of our group sessions. And so my client said something, oh, so it sounds like blah, 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 blah. And she goes, no, that's not it at all. It's this. So we did a round of tapping. And I go, oh, so it means blah, blah, blah. She goes, no, actually it's this. And the third time, oh, it means, no, it's this. And I was loud wrong 3 times, and we created 3 perfect rounds of tapping, because me being loud wrong gave her access to the thing that was actually useful.
Yeah.
And what that has done for me as a tapper is it has liberated me from trying to find the perfect phrases that I'm engaging with something. Because if my subconscious mind disagrees with something, it is not going to abide. Like it is going to our subconscious mind cannot accept us saying something that it does not believe. It is always going to provide a counter argument. So as we just jump in, things come bubbling up, and that's a really lovely thing.
Yeah. Yeah. When we censor ourselves in the tapping, trying, what is the exact right thing? So I'll say things and same thing where someone will say, oh, that's not, it's like, fine. I would rather err on the side of turning over every possible stone than going, no, I'm not sure if there's something under that stone. So I'm going to move on. It's like, but that might have been exactly where the treasure's buried.
And like just dispositionally, there's no such thing as a failed round of tapping. There's only feedback. I'm either wandering towards the thing or I'm wandering away from the thing, but either one of those things is useful pieces of feedback where we try something and client's like, yeah, that doesn't resonate at all. Awesome. Great. We're going to set that aside. Now, the list of infinite possibilities is no longer infinite because we've crossed some of those things
Right.
off.
Right. And the awesome things about tapping, with all the, especially with the research that PETA and Dawson and others have done,
Yep.
is showing the benefits of just the tapping itself.
Yes.
So even if the words are nowhere near right, you're still doing beneficial things for your autonomic nervous system. And so tapping is either effective or really effective.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't do it wrong. So to be tapping, and you can be saying all kinds of things. When I tap first thing in the morning, I don't wake up in a bad mood, so I don't have even though I woke up on the wrong side of the bed kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'll tap saying affirmations or prayers or just tapping silently. Hey, Carrie. Carrie Rhodes in the house. There's a
I
superstar
know.
doing amazing work. And all kinds of wonderful comments from all kinds of people, and our dear friend Dina. Sorry, squirrel.
Absolutely. Hey, my shiny objects have shiny objects, so I know how this goes.
And I'm not on 24 hours of those sleep. So, but I don't know what we were saying. So let's do another round of tapping, just to because it's 24 hours of tapping. Let's get in a few more
Yep.
minutes of tapping, shall we?
Let's do it. Yep. Following your lead.
So, any thoughts come to?
Any thoughts come to mind? Have you ever heard the hum of a Coke machine? That's it right now. Yeah. So, okay. So, yes. So so we've done a number of tapping jams, just like these little
Yeah.
micro little things inside of it. And there was lots and lots of resonance when we were doing some tapping earlier where we were open to the possibility and we were allowing ourselves to feel the thing we were feeling and being okay with feeling the thing that we were feeling.
Yeah. Awesome. Everybody close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And just notice what's going on in there. Following your breath through your body. Notice what you feel physically, what you feel emotionally. Melanie says, tap to feel joy. Well, ultimately, I believe all tapping is moving us towards joy. Just like the Michelangelo process, where when we clear what isn't the masterpiece is what's revealed. Same with joy. So just noticing whatever might not feel like joy that's inside, what doesn't feel like peace, what doesn't feel like love, and giving yourself permission to be curious, not judgmental, such that you can allow yourself to acknowledge it. Notice where it is in your body, how strong it might be. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. Even though I might be feeling some discomfort,
Even though I might be feeling some discomfort,
I choose to love and accept myself.
I choose to love and accept myself.
Even though I might be feeling some discomfort,
Even though I might be feeling some discomfort,
I choose to love and honor myself.
I choose to love and honor myself.
Even though I might be feeling some discomfort,
Even though I might be feeling some discomfort,
and part of me hates to acknowledge that.
and part of me hates to acknowledge that.
I've been taught that four-letter F word.
I've been taught that four-letter F word.
Fine.
Fine.
I'm supposed to always be fine.
I'm supposed to always be fine.
And even though I might not be totally fine at the moment,
And even though I might not be totally fine in the moment,
I choose to deeply and completely
I choose to deeply and completely
love, honor, and accept myself,
love, honor, and accept myself.
and maybe anyone else who might be involved,
And maybe anybody else who might be involved.
because I choose to be that free.
Because I choose to be that free.
All this possible discomfort,
All of this possible discomfort,
side of the eye, all this discomfort I might be feeling.
all of this discomfort I might be feeling.
And part of me doesn't want to acknowledge that.
And part of me doesn't want to acknowledge that.
I'm supposed to say that I'm fine.
I'm supposed to say that I'm fine.
Because it's somehow wrong if I'm not fine.
Because it's somehow wrong if I'm not fine.
And I choose to process those feelings.
And I choose to process those feelings.
And some people have the idea
And some people have the idea
that tapping is just to get rid of bad feelings
that tapping is just to get rid of bad feelings
as soon as possible.
as soon as possible.
What I'm actually doing
What I'm actually doing
is processing these feelings.
is processing these feelings.
I'm giving myself permission to acknowledge them.
I'm giving myself permission to acknowledge them.
Because there are no negative emotions.
Because there are no negative emotions.
All these feelings have a purpose.
All of these feelings have a purpose.
They're designed to let me know there's something to address.
They're designed to let me know there is something to address.
Like a smoke detector.
Like a smoke detector.
It's a good thing to have one in your house.
It's a good thing to have one in your house.
And if it goes off,
we
don't just rip it off of the ceiling.
We don't just rip it off the ceiling.
That was a bad thing I should get rid of.
That was a bad thing I should get rid of.
I want to pay attention.
I want to pay attention.
So there are no negative emotions.
So there are no negative emotions.
But there are uncomfortable emotions.
But there are uncomfortable emotions.
There's a reason smoke detectors don't play nice music.
There's a reason smoke detectors don't play nice music.
It's designed to get my attention.
It is designed to get my attention.
Same with these uncomfortable feelings.
Same with these uncomfortable feelings.
So I'm acknowledging any discomfort.
So I'm acknowledging any discomfort.
And asking what the message might be.
And asking what the message might be.
There may be some action that I need to take.
There may be some action I need to take.
And it may be a misunderstanding.
And it may be a misunderstanding.
Sometimes smoke detectors just go off.
Sometimes smoke detectors just go off.
When there isn't really a fire.
When there isn't really a fire.
But I need to pay attention to figure that out.
So
as I process these emotions. I either find that there's a misunderstanding. And create greater freedom to feel joy. Or I figure out what needs to be addressed. So I can take action. To create more joy in my life. And I am worthy and deserving of that. Allowing myself to know whatever I need to know. And I'm honoring myself. For feeling what I feel. Even if it is based on a misunderstanding. I'm doing the best I can with the programming I have. And I'm setting myself free. To find healthier ways of seeing things. Healthier ways of handling things. As much as possible. I'm releasing what doesn't feel like joy. I'm releasing what doesn't feel like peace. Releasing what doesn't feel like love. Because then all that's left is love.
Because all that is left is love.
And then that's all that I can give to the world.
And that's all I can give to the world.
And the world could sure use a whole lot more of that.
And the world could sure use a whole lot more of that.
And I'm loving myself in the process.
In
body, mind, and spirit.
In body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside, just follow your breath through your body, notice what's going on in there. Hopefully, it's a greater sense of joy, and maybe you're aware as you allow yourself to be aware of those uncomfortable things that you might not have allowed yourself to look at and honored yourself for having them. Then you can have the anticipation of joy going, oh, now that I can see what's there that I've been avoiding, I have the opportunity to make things so much better.
Yeah. Awesomeness. Excellent.
So,
yeah. Good stuff. Awesome. Well, as always, Brad, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate the fact that you consistently say yes to my ridiculous requests.
Oh, hanging out here with you for a little bit of time is not ridiculous. Now, if you asked me to hang out with you for the whole 24 hours,
right,
then we might.
Yeah, I only ask my team to do that. I wouldn't ask you to do that. Awesome.
It's been fun reading Elaine's messages over the last.
Yes, absolutely. As my team has slowly descended into madness, they have shared that with you because they appreciate and love you, and they're willing to share their madness with you.
And I love and appreciate that. And I love and appreciate them.
Yeah.
And I love and appreciate to all of the folks who are joining us for this. Thank you. I'm going to keep tapping here because that's what I do. There's a lot of stuff in the world that is not peace, and we can chip that away. And tapping is the best way that I know of to clear what isn't peace inside of ourselves. And the old statement goes, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Yeah. So, we can't sit there and argue about all the conflict in the world if we insist on holding on to the conflict inside of ourselves. So thank you to everyone who is showing up for things like this and clearing that stuff out. So grateful for all of my friends and colleagues who have been with you over the past 24 hours, doing amazing work around the world. And thank you, Gene, for stepping up and doing this crazy stunt every year to bring awareness to tapping, to bring awareness to Peaceful Heart Network. Again, if you haven't donated yet, please do. These guys are doing amazing work around the world. And thank you for supporting that work.
Yeah. Awesomeness. Well, thanks, brother. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your attention. I really appreciate your giftedness. And beyond all of that, I appreciate your friendship. That's more important than all those other things.
It's going to make me all verklempt.
Again, hashtag tear tally. That's what we do. We show up for 24 hours and we cry.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. I hope you enjoyed that conversation. As you look at the screen right now, you can see a link to the entire playlist of every single conversation for previous 24 hours of tapping. There are over 120 presentations waiting for you. And please consider supporting the amazing work of the Peaceful Heart Network.